Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to the Soap Thing Project, or if you've been here before, welcome back. I'm still living out of this hotel room. Hopefully tomorrow I get issued a house and I can actually unpack my luggage and start settling in, fingers crossed. Today we're going to start a new series of videos that are focused on shaving soap samples. Why are we going to do this? Well, because I only brought 12 shaving soap and aftershave sets, full-size sets, with me here to Turkey, and that means one video a month for the next 12 months. Those are the 12 chosen ones, and that's going to drop my content way down from where it used to be. So we're going to start this new series to kind of augment that and tick up the content amount on the Soap Thing project. So let's talk about what we're going to do today. Now, before we get started, I'm going to shamelessly plug Sig Solo. He's the one that gave me this idea, so I will put his channel across the top of the screen somewhere. Be sure to click on him as fast as you can. We don't want him hanging up there for too long. I'm sure he's got shit to do. But the way these videos are going to work is they're going to be a little bit more of a rapid-fire review. We're going to cut out some of the longer, drawn-out processes that we would normally use. And it's just going to be quick and dirty. We're talking about the scent and what I think of the sample itself. One thing I will note about samples is that once they get reduced, if they're put into a sample form, often the scent strength and the scent character will be different than a full-size tub of soap. We'll keep that in mind. So that's going to be the biggest difference, is we're going to cut out a couple of things that are taking a little bit too much time on my normal videos. But we are still going to do them, just not with the sample videos. Another thing we're going to do is I have this Maxpedition pouch right here, and inside is a hodgepodge of loose blades. I don't know if you can see that, they're all falling in the sink, but there's a hodgepodge of loose blades in there, and basically what we're going to do is we're going to shake that thing up, and we're going to pick a random blade, and we're going to put it in the razor that we use. Speaking of the razor, for this particular shave, we're just going to carry forward the Merkur Progress. This is an adjustable razor. It's a two-piece razor. It opens up just like this. Two-piece. And it adjusts down like this, screws down. And literally all it does is it raises and lowers the blade gap, like you see right there. And this has adjustments 1 through 5. So we're just going to carry this forward from the previous shave. Because it's fun to use, we're going to keep using it. Let's talk about the sample we're going to use today. The first one we're going to use is Ariana and Evans Platinum, which is a discontinued scent, I'm sorry to say. And Peter Charcalis should be ashamed of himself for discontinuing this. That man irks me with his soap-making decisions. I'm just kidding, Peter's cool. But I'm sure it got discontinued because it wasn't selling very well. This is a really old sample. If I had to guess, I would say that it predates Kaizen 1. I'm pretty sure it's a tallow-based soap, but other than that, I don't know what the ingredients would have been for this. Let's talk about the scent notes. Rosemary, lavender, neroli, galbanum, clary sage, jasmine, geranium, amber, sandalwood, oak moss, vetiver, and cedar. This is a dupe of Chanel Platinum Egoist. So it's a kind of a 1990s sort of vibe. Elegant, sophisticated, classy, floral fougere is what this is. So that's the soap we're going to use today, Ariana and Evans Platinum. The aftershave is going to be the same exact aftershave for every single sample video. And that aftershave is Soap Commander Integrity. And this is unscented with menthol, just to keep things consistent. Now moving on to the brush, where'd I put it? Here it is. I have it soaking in this disposable coffee cup, but this is one of only 4 brushes that I brought with me here to Turkey, and this is the only artisan-made brush that I brought with me. It's from Viking Shave, and this is a 22mm Odin's Beard Badger, and it is black on amber acrylic resin. I just love this brush. This showed up at my doorstep like a couple days before I got on the plane to come out here, and I was like, yes, now I can take it with me and I don't have to leave it behind. So here it is right here. That's going to be the brush. So let's just pick the blade, why don't we? Let's shake this up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift all the zippers to the top. I'm going to stick my hand in. And I'm not looking. What do we got? What did I pick? Let me open it up. I can't see through it. Let's open this blade up. And it looks like we have a Perma-Sharp. So that's what we're going to put in the razor. So let's get this stuff ready and let's do a shave. Okay, let's talk about the pre-shave. So I brought 2 tubs of one brand of pre-shave, and that pre-shave is Grooming Department. I brought 1 tub of pre-shave without coolant in it and 1 with coolant. So it's got a synthetic cooling agent. Is it Colada? Doesn't say. But that's going to be the pre-shave, is Grooming Department pre-shave. It says unscented, but it does have a slightly sweet residual scent to it from the ingredients. And as you can see, it's just this goop. And I'm actually going to scoop some out of the lid and apply that to the face. So why don't we set this down and let's wet the face. Got 30 hours growth, by the way. "30 hours growth." Hope everybody's doing well, having the greatest shaves humanly possible. And I'm just going to take, it's not even really that much, just a little bit on my fingertip, and I'm going to work it into my hands and then just apply it to the face. You're supposed to apply this for a surprisingly long amount of time, like more than 60 seconds. But I have found that you don't have to go quite that far, and it still works pretty well. Amazingly well, actually. One of the better pre-shaves that I've ever used, and I'm a bit of a pre-shave skeptic. I'm not super convinced that pre-shaves are really value added, but this one seems like it is. So let's wash this off my hands. Dry my hands off, and I'm going to put the lid back on this before I get water into it. Set that aside. And here we have the Chanel Platinum, the Ariana and Evans Platinum, and it is lathered into the Hendrix Classics & Company stainless steel bowl, which is one of only 2 shaving bowls that I brought with me. And this looks, it might look a little bit underhydrated, but we'll add water if we need to. And the scent strength on this is a resounding 4 out of 5, which is par for the course for Peter Charcalis and his premium soaps. So let's set that down. Let's apply it to the face. Oh yeah, I need some water. Get a little bit up in there. This soap feels great on the face. I'm getting a bit of a, sorry about that, I'm getting a bit of a slow roll cooling effect from the Grooming Department pre-shave. Okay, let's set that down right there. Okay, we have the Merkur Progress, and I have it set at level 4, and here we go. It's got a Perma-Sharp blade in it that we randomly picked earlier, so let's get started. Okay, where are we going? How about, let's start down here this time. So far it feels pretty good. Let's activate the iPhone cheat sheet so we can talk about the scent of this soap. And I'm actually going to back this down to 3 because on my neck that's feeling a little aggressive. Let's dial it back up to 4, see how that feels in the face. Here we go. Oh yeah, much better. So, Ariana and Evans Platinum. It is a very, very white collar, kind of black tie tuxedo type scent. It's a very sophisticated, classy fougere type scent. It's really floral. I mean, we got a bunch of stuff in here. We got rosemary, lavender, neroli, clary sage, jasmine, geranium. There's a lot of floral going on. There's some richness from the amber. You got sandalwood and oak moss. There's a lot of oak moss in this, by the way. A lot of oak moss in the Ariana and Evans Platinum. I think I should have chased this pre-shave with some water. Because the pre-shave is thick enough, excuse me, that it's kind of clogging up the works a little bit. So, but trial and error. We'll get it right soon. Let's go down here. It's kind of a mature scent. I'm backing this down to 3, the Merkur Progress. It's not super youthful. It's kind of mature. If you like Calvin Klein Eternity or like Polo Green, you might like Chanel Platinum Egoist. At least I know I do. I have a small sink space, so I'm having to choose wisely where I set stuff down at. Okay, lathering up for a second pass. One of the things we're going to cut from the sample videos is we're not going to bother doing a top-down shot of the lathering process, just to keep things moving. Did I see a nick up there? Maybe I did. We'll have to see here in a minute. Oh, for the across the grain pass, 3. No, let's do 2.5. Not super impressed with this blade, at least in this razor. But that's part of the fun of it, is when you randomly choose a blade, you gotta live with the consequences. I've been getting my groceries from a local Turkish market here on base, rather than going to the commissary. And the interesting thing about it is the exchange rate from the US dollar does not favor the Turkish lira. So I can get groceries for like 4 times cheaper than I would be able to in the US. And their food's good. They got fresh fruit grown locally. I mean, it's good stuff. Definitely good stuff. I'm going to be shopping there a lot. I shopped there a lot the last time I was here, and it was always good stuff. Got really good residual slickness on this mystery soap base. I'm pretty sure it's pre-Kaizen 1. Okay. Let's have a rinse and see how we did. Let's do a little bit right here. The Merkur Progress doesn't seem to like the against the grain pass right there. It doesn't take off a lot of hair. Okay, let's work this around. See what else we got. A little bit right there. Okay, feels like $1,000,000. I don't have my alum block at the moment because it's buried in my luggage somewhere. I can't seem to find it at the moment, so let's move on to the aftershave. Okay, so it does look like I have quite a few, like, micro nicks just here and here and here and here and here and here, kind of all over this side of my face. I'm going to blame that on probably a combination of, I think I applied the pre-shave a little too liberally and it ended up being a little bit counterproductive, and the fact that I think this blade probably is not a great fit for this razor, at least not for my particular shaving habits, so that blade's going to come out and go away. Let's do Soap Commander Integrity, unscented with menthol. Here we go. Put this on the face. Hopefully this has a little bit more of a cooling effect than the pre-shave did. The pre-shave didn't have much. It was like enough to notice, and that was about it. And this is supposed to be real menthol. So okay. So the cooling effect on this is comfortable, refreshing, but not overbearing. This does have real menthol in it, right? Yes, yes it does. Okay. Now, my final thoughts on Ariana and Evan's Platinum. If this came available again, I would be one of the first people to pick it up. When it comes to sophisticated, kind of classy type scents, this is one of my favorite. I do have a full-size aftershave version of this back in my stash back in the US, but I was stupid enough that I didn't get the soap to go with it. So I'm kicking myself for that now. So Peter Charkalis, if you watch this, put this in the back of your mind. This is an excellent scent, and I would love to have it back. I can't speak for everybody, but I definitely would love to have it back. That's it. That'll be the shave for today. I want to thank everybody for watching, and until next time, this is Soap Thing telling you, shave like you mean it. Thanks for watching.